Have you ever wanted to sit down with musicians and pick their brains? Ask questions like, how did you get your start? What keeps you motivated to create and play? What do you do outside of music that inspires you, or what advice do you have for aspiring musicians? If you want the answers to those questions from a plethora of musicians and other creatives, listen to the podcast Extra Musical, hosted by me, Stephen Philip Harvey. Every Monday, we sit down with a new musician to ask them these questions in an open-ended conversation, and you'd be surprised where it leads. Extra Musical airs on your preferred podcast provider.
Hi, I'm Daniel Peck, and welcome to Live at the Bop Stop. Chris Hovan is an accomplished photographer, journalist, and musician who dedicated himself to the drums in his early teens and never looked back. On this week's show, the Northeast Ohio native teams up with two Detroit heavyweights and one awesome Hammond B3 organ for a show that celebrates the well-deserved renaissance and extensive catalog of one of the best instrumental sounds in jazz, funk, and soul. Clif Metcalf is a disciple of Hammond B3 legend Tony Monaco, and it's evident in this week's performance. Larry Barris is a mainstay in Detroit jazz on guitar and regularly performs with Marcus Belgrave and Teddy Harris, among others. From a January 20th, 2023 performance, enjoy the Chris Hovan Organic Trio, live at the Bop Stop.
Thank you very much. Wow, great to see everybody out tonight. How's everybody feeling? We are so excited to be here with you here tonight. And I just have to tell a little bit of a story of how this group all came together, because it's actually pretty interesting. My dear friend, the great Columbus organ player, Tony Monaco, had a period of time where he was doing some adjunct teaching at Hope College in Holland, Michigan. And in the fall of 2016, he called me up because I also do some writing and photography and journalism for All About Jazz and Downbeat Magazine. And he said, you got to come out. We're doing this Jazz Organ Summit. It's going to be all weekend. People are going to come for workshops, clinics, you name it. And so the first one that I came out to, I got to meet Clif because he was a student of Tony's, and he absolutely blew me away with his talent. And also, part of that was a group called Organismo, which Larry was a part of. And we got to jam during that weekend, and here we are, all those years later. And we don't get to play as much as we like, but when we can, we always have so much fun getting together. So thanks so much for making this happen tonight. We opened up with a Sam Rivers tune called Beatrice that he wrote for his wife. And we are going to move on next. Speaking of Tony Monaco, this is one of Tony's tunes. Tony is real fortunate that he gets to do a good deal of traveling, more so before the pandemic, but he's still doing some stuff, and he gets to go over to the Java Jazz Festival in Indonesia. And so he wrote this tune as kind of a dedication to that. It's called Indonesian Nights. Clif Metcalf on Hammond B3, and Leslie, and Lawrence Barris on guitar. So this next number that we're going to do is kind of dear to my heart because when we decided to put this together, it was a combination of different things. Some of them were things that from Larry's book and things that he does with his groups or other people that he plays with. And for me, I wanted to do some things associated with one of my absolute favorite organ trios that just celebrated last year their 30th anniversary, Larry Goldings, Peter Bernstein, and Bill Stewart. Yeah. And so we decided to pull in some different tunes that came from that book as well. And so this is one of them that I really, really like a lot. It is a tune by Alec Wilder, who is a wonderful composer. And it's a tune called While We're Young, and it's done up in Larry Goldings, Peter Bernstein, Bill Stewart style.
You're listening to the Chris Hovan Organic Trio, live at the Bop Stop.
Thank you so much. We had a real great experience that first Organ Summit, and then the second one came around about it was about a year and a half later in the spring of 2018, and the great Dr. Lonnie Smith was part of that Organ Summit with Jonathan Kreisberg on guitar, and it was great to be able to have that whole weekend, and I know you benefited from talking with Dr. Lonnie and hanging out and seeing him, and so we have to honor him now and remember his spirit and all the things that he did for bringing the Hammond B3 into popularity. So this is a fun one. This is one that first time I saw him do it was at the Detroit Jazz Festival, and he had a great sense of humor. got a complex. She thinks she's hot, but hot she's not. Her mama got a complex. She thinks she's hot, but hot she's not. Her mama got a complex. She thinks she's hot, but hot she's not. Mama got a complex. She thinks she's hot, but hot she's not. Oh, Dr. Lonnie. Okay, so this next number we dedicate to a gentleman who left us far too soon. And I fortunately got a chance to meet him a few times before he left us. Everybody talks about Tad Dameron here from Cleveland. But the other bright, shining star, I think, from Cleveland from a later period than Tad's was the great Neil Creque. So we dedicate this is Neil's number, and we dedicate this to Neil and the great Grant Green. It's called Cease the Bombing. Larry Barris. Clif Metcalf. Cease the bombing. So that was a Stevie Wonder tune. I find I've mentioned that to a couple of people, and they weren't really familiar with it. I think it's because it's on Fulfilling This's last finale. I don't know how you say that. That's a Stevie album that doesn't have as many hits as like some of the other ones, but that's called Bird of Beauty, and that's one of our favorites. And that's my friend over here called the Creque. It's a friction drum from Brazil. And I first got into doing that. I was at a Percussive Art Society convention when I was starting off at Baldwin Wallace in college and studying the conservatory. So that's how I found that instrument. We are going to take a very short break, and then we're going to come back, and we've got some more music. We certainly hope that you're going to stay with us. We have a special guest who is going to join us in the second set, so you will not want to miss that, so please stick around. Larry Barris, Clif Metcalf, I'm Chris Hovan. Thank you so much for being here tonight.
Live at the Bop Stop is made possible by the Music Settlement, serving Northeast Ohio by offering music instruction, music therapy, and early childhood education since 1912. The Music Settlement's mission is to welcome all to our music and arts community to learn, create, inspire, and heal. This program is recorded at the Robert Conrad Studios at the Bop Stop in Cleveland, Ohio. Additional production at the Bop Stop is provided by Graham Rosen. Technical editing for the program is provided by Dr. Pete Negley, Sean Gilbert, and Darren Thompson through Gilazar Media. The executive producer and writer is Daniel Peck, with additional consulting production on behalf of the Music Settlement by Brian Kennard. For extended versions of all of our shows, our Live at the Bop Stop podcast can be found on your favorite podcast app or visit our website at www.themusicsettlement.org and click on the Live at the Bop Stop radio show link. To reach out directly, email liveatthebopstop@gmail.com. I'm Daniel Peck. Join me again next time, Live at the Bop Stop.